Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And today's show is sponsored by the Pilsner House and Beer Garden. Go visit our friends at 1422 Grand Street. Have that great watermelon salad, have that iconic pretzel, have that iconic beer, and just have an iconic time. And speaking of icons, the person to my right is becoming an icon here on the Pulse with Peter B. And that is Megan Ixim of @Miss Giggles. Megan, it's great to see you.
It's so nice to see you too.
Exactly. So Megan, the last time you were on, you spoke about your trip to the Big Easy. And I just love saying that. That's why I have to say
Easy.
the NOLA, as they say. Today, we're going to get a little more local. We're going to go all the way to Jersey City and talk about Dullboy Restaurant, located at 364 Grove Street. I know you're a big Jersey City connoisseur.
Yes, I am.
Exactly. And that's why we love having you on, because we want that audience to grow in Jersey City. Please,
yes.
Jersey City, watch us. And, Megan's now on. Anyway,
yes.
Talk to me about, I guess, every time I think about Grove Street, anytime I think about Grove Street, I think about the Pat Station, obviously.
Yes.
So I'm assuming this is a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Pat Station.
Absolutely. I think it's a 2-minute walk from the path. I mean, for me, when I was on the dating scene and somebody was visiting from Manhattan, this was like one of my go-to date spots because it is so close to the path and it's so easy to get to.
That's awesome. And by the way, folks, she's not on the market anymore. So, cut it out. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think the location is absolutely perfect. And I love that it's a little bit down Grove. So it's not where the McDonald's or like the Cross from Newark. So it feels that like nice, intimate kind of secret place. Like if you know, you know.
Oh, I like that. Now, you say a secret place. Anytime I hear about a secret place, I'm thinking that it's probably quite small, or am I wrong?
No, I don't think that it's quite small. They have a pretty big bar, and they also have a secret backyard, which is pretty massive. So during the summer, it's a great place to collect cocktails. And then during the winter, it feels a little bit more intimate.
Okay. Now let's talk about what people love to talk about, and that's food. The menu,
yes.
right? Dullboy, I can't tell what it is. It sounds like it's a bakery to me. I've never been there, and I live like a mile and a half away from there.
Well, do you know what the name is inspired by?
I'm sure you're going to tell me. I have no idea.
It's inspired by The Shining.
No way.
All work and no play makes Johnny or Jack a dull boy.
Duh?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. The wealth of knowledge. I called her an icon in the beginning of the segment, and I'm standing by it now.
Oh, thank you.
That is very, very interesting. So anyway, let's talk about the menu.
Yes, let's talk about the most important thing, the food.
Exactly. So is it American contemporary? What would you say?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's an American contemporary. The menu is an inventive, and it's perfect where it's something for everyone. And I am somebody who loves small plates because I want a little bite of everything. So Dullboy is the perfect place where you can get about 5 to 6 plates and have a delicious bite and have a really interesting meal.
Okay.
So some of my favorite things at Dullboy is they make these sushi-inspired tacos, which I know... are you into sushi, Peter?
I love sushi.
Oh,
I
okay.
mentioned last episode when you were here that I don't eat red meat anymore, but fish is my go-to.
Okay.
Huge.
All right, so
raw or not, I'm there.
Perfect. So I think you would love these because I am a huge fan of crispy rice. So really beautiful crispy rice, fresh tuna with some nice like ponzu. Absolutely delicious. One of my favorite things to eat in Jersey City.
In Jersey City?
Yeah, in all of Jersey City.
So it's so funny because, I started out by asking you what type of restaurant it is, and you said American contemporary, and then you threw out a sushi dish to me. But I guess that's as contemporary as it comes, right?
I think so. And then the next dish that is one of my favorites is they actually make a Hot Pocket.
Now you want to talk about college,
yes.
American college student,
a very
food.
fancy Hot Pocket filled with fruit and brie, and it is absolutely delicious.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my God! As an appetizer?
Yeah, puff pastry.
Again, you were talking about the eggplant sticks that you were dipping in powder the last episode
yes.
down in New Orleans, and this seems like a dessert dish as well. But no, you're saying it's an appetizer.
No, it's an appetizer.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh my goodness, what else? Well, one of my favorite things about Dullboy is the mac and cheese.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
You have to make a good mac and cheese if you're going to like survive in this market.
I think so, especially if you're
Right?
going to do like a classic American, fusion menu.
Amen.
Like a good mac and cheese, especially a truffle mac and cheese. Oh my God.
God. So, and is that what they serve there? Is it
So they
truffle
have
mac and cheese?
different varieties of mac and cheese, which I appreciate, but I love a truffle mac and cheese, and I love something that's really cheesy on the top and has like crisp, like breadcrumbs, lots of cheddar, has
So
like the
good.
bubbling cheese on top. Oh my God.
So good.
I'm hungry right now.
Oh my
if you couldn't
God, I
tell.
know. I'm keeping her hostage in the studio. Megan, and of course, I'm sure they have a full cocktail bar.
I mean, talk about full cocktail bar. I actually think it is, if not the best, one of the best cocktail bars in Jersey City.
No way.
Yes.
Boy, man, we are just like getting all the insider information here today. Why?
I mean, I've never had a bad cocktail there. Fresh juices, which I think is huge, and really inventive. So, I feel like every time I go, there's something new on the menu, which I appreciate.
That's awesome. Very, very awesome. Anything else you want to add about any of the food dishes or desserts maybe, or a drink that you might have
Yeah,
had?
I don't think it's really a dessert spot. And I think that that's like the, master move is to get your meal at Dullboy and then walk down Nork Ave and get some cookies from Bang Cookies.
From Bang Cookies. I knew she was going to say it. We had to drop them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're the Bang. No, that's the bomb.
Yeah, it's like-
see, I started with the whole iconic thing and I totally ruined it. Totally, they're going to make fun of me.
It's okay.
All right, exactly. So Megan, Dullboy, going back to, would you say that it's a good spot to like go on a date? Or
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll start there. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely think it is the perfect place to go on a date because it's moody. When you have like that dark lighting and it feels somewhat romantic. You have your little tea lights on the table and it feels like you can actually have a conversation.
Okay. So let's say you want to go hang out with your girlfriends one Saturday night. You want to get away from your partner, who we love, by the way. Would you say that that'll be a go-to spot or more a spot for
I think
partner of
date
yours?
night
Gotcha.
or a group like looking to have a nice meal, but I wouldn't say it's like the go-to girls' night spot. But a great bar, can really be anything for anyone.
I love that. Yeah, exactly. Once you start chugging them back, you're not going to know who you're with at the bar or at the restaurant. And are there any restaurants in the surrounding area? It doesn't have to be Jersey City. It could be Hoboken or the Hudson County area that you can kind of compare to Dullboy. Like if I said, Megan, because I've never been there, but I'm going to go now. I know I'm stumping you here, right?
Interesting.
I was like, compare, another type of restaurant that I might have been to Dullboy.
I think cuisine different, but ambiance antique bakery.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, but the cuisine at Antique is obviously more Italian.
Yes, exactly. It's a little bit more Italian skewed, a little bit more breads, whereas I think Dullboy is a little bit more diverse in their menu. But yeah, I think the ambiance, where it feels cool. You feel like a cool person when you go there. You're getting a great cocktail, and you're going to have a good meal no matter what.
No matter what. And in the city of Jersey City, that is, New Jersey's second most populous city. Did you know that?
Really?
Now you know.
Wow.
I mean, New York is still number one, but Jersey City's right there.
All right.
And why not? And I believe, and Jersey City's also, I'm going to just give you a wealth of knowledge that nobody should care about.
Okay, I'm ready.
Jersey City is also in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the most diverse city in the United States of America.
That I knew.
See that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're 8 years in a row.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, Megan Ixim of @Miss Giggles, make sure you visit our Places Insider. It's so great seeing you again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. She's getting that voice. She's going to take over my job. She did it before. All right. And we hope to see you very, very soon.
I hope so too.
Great. Thanks again. All right, folks. We will be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience and therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B, and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com. Welcome back to the Pulse with Peter B. And I have to tell you, we were going to take out a bulletin, a missing persons bulletin, because the person to my right hasn't been on in a while. And, we were getting nervous. And we're like, where is the Pizza King himself? The Pizza King of Hoboken. Of course, he needs absolutely no introduction. It is our man, Bobby Frazz of @BobbyFrazz.
Nailed it. I'm excited to be back. Thank you for inviting me back on the show.
Of course. It is so good to have you on the show.
It's been way too long, and obviously I've been missing because, unfortunately, I have moved out of town. So I am no longer here in Hoboken.
He's left us here in Hoboken. His wonderful pizza reviews, whether he was at San Giuseppe where he made a pie before.
Yes,
or, Madison Pizza Lab. We were just there, Bobby.
I am so sad I missed their opening. I was waiting literally for a year for it to open, and I moved away.
And you moved away. But now that you're in town, I hope you stop for a slice.
I'll try. On my way out.
On your way out. Exactly. So, Bobby, tell the audience where you went.
So I moved to Middletown, New Jersey, which is actually a return home for me. I grew up there, so we moved there to be closer with family, grab a yard for the dog. And I'm excited to be home because I grew up around a lot of great pizzerias down there, so I'm excited to try them all, revisit my childhood favorites, and give them a shout out and give them a review. So I'm actually excited to return home and do all of that.
All right. Well, but folks, you're going to have to wait till next week for that when Bobby's back, where he's going to be talking about those pizzerias in Middletown, because we really just want to know more. And Bobby, might I say, you're looking very, very fit here. So,
Thank you.
I mean, it's maybe he's away from the Hoboken pizzas.
I'm not eating it every night. That's the thing.
Exactly. So, but one of the funny things is, and by the way, we're very, very happy to hear you're doing very well down in Middletown. We do miss you up here.
I miss it too, and I miss you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. But one of the things that we spoke about when we were messaging each other before the segment tonight was that you got a new addition also to your backyard, I believe.
Oh, yes. I had to buy a toy for the backyard. So
yeah, it's not just any toy. Go ahead.
It is a Uni Karu 16 pizza oven.
Where'd you get it?
Online, on the Uni website. So, they ship it right to your house. It's perfect. It's easy. I didn't have to go anywhere to go get it. But I believe it's at Lowe's. I believe it's at Home Depot. So you can find it at your local store.
Exactly.
But it's awesome because the Caro 16, they have a bunch of different versions, but this one does wood fire, coal fire, or propane. So you can choose what you want to do, and you can cook up to a 16-inch pizza, or you can do some small pies too. But it's basically versatile to do anything. So that's why I wanted to get it. And I absolutely fell in love with it. I fell in love with this hobby right here on the show with you when we made a pizza together over at San Giuseppe's. It scratched an itch of a hobby that I didn't know I loved so much, but I absolutely did fall in love with it. So I had to get the pizza oven. I started experimenting with it, and my wife and I had the chance to go to Sorrento, Italy, so that we just got back in September, and we went and did a cooking class out there and learned how to make our own pizza dough. So I took that home and started to make my own pizza dough. So now I do everything from scratch, and I love it. I really enjoy it. It's a fun hobby, and I get to try different recipes, toy with different flavors. So it's really brought out the pizza lover in me now.
Yeah. Well, listen, people at home are asking about Bobby Frazz, and he's here now, folks. But, this is going to be such a bad analogy, but I'm going to say it. It's almost like the hunter is now becoming the hunted. I mean, actually, it's not a bad analogy because I'm going to make it right. He was always on the hunt for good pizza, and now you're kind of hunting your own, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still love to go out and try pizzas. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I still love that to go to different restaurants and check people out and see what they're doing, but it's fun to toy with it at home too. Why not?
So now, do you think your quality of pizza is up to the quality of a lot of these restaurants that you love?
I'm trying. I'm still brand new. You got to give me some time. You got to give me some time before I open up Bobby Frazz's backyard pizza joint. All right?
Frazz's, I love it. I love it. And then, you know what? We'll bring the cameras down there.
Perfect.
Right? And
film right from the yard.
Film right from the yard. I absolutely love it. Yeah, maybe during the summer because, he is kind of down. Yeah, I would say
down the shore.
Monmouth County, right?
Yeah.
Sure, right, exactly. All right, Bobby, let's talk about Hoboken. I'm sure, like you said, you miss Hoboken. It's great to be with family. It's great to have more space. It's great to have your own pizza oven and so on and so forth. But Do you still get that urge for a good Hoboken pizza once in a while?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you miss?
I miss walking out my door and grabbing a slice. I miss walking the dog and stopping by Alessio's and grabbing a slice there, or my BYOB nights at San Giuseppe's, or just meeting a friend out and saying, Bobby, where do you want to go grab pizza tonight, and doing a review with some of my buddies in town. So I do miss it, and I miss that hometown feel, and everyone was so warm and welcoming and inviting, and I miss my pizza family. I've made friends with a lot of the owners in town with these pizzerias, and I do miss them.
How long were you here, Bobby?
I personally have been in Hoboken over 10 years.
Yeah, more than a decade of your life. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. So it's still near and dear to my heart. I love being back tonight. I'm definitely going to go out and see some friends, but I definitely miss the town, walking around, grabbing pizza, and seeing everybody I know. So family and friends, and this place is like family to me.
Well, you know, you're our family too.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
part of
you.
the Pulse family. We just celebrated our 4th anniversary here, and
Congratulations.
And yeah, we really, really appreciate that. And you know, you were instrumental. You know, from those times. And Greg, our videographer, can tell you he still has blisters on his feet from those times walking through
Pizza Fest.
Hoboken for Pizza Fest. I mean, you know,
Talking about something I miss. I miss that. I miss Pizza Fest.
you
That's
know
a
what's funny,
great day.
Bobby? They had it not too long ago. It was like maybe a month ago or
just
so.
missed it.
And the organizers reached out to me, and not because we were busy doing debates and things like that, but that was part of it too. I was like, no, we don't have Bobby Frazz here, so we can't do it.
I appreciate that,
I was like, we got to do it with Bobby. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Exactly.
I do miss that.
And I don't know if you remember, but Bobby had an entourage with him, dude, too, that day.
had a pizza crew.
And he had a pizza crew. I mean, who needs Dave Portnoy in Hoboken? Well, we got Bobby. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
How many times have I said that since you've been on?
Oh,
A lot.
man. A lot. Yeah,
a lot. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, Dave's been in town recently.
I've seen, yeah.
And you know, he's kind of been a little harsh to Hoboken pizza lately, I think.
I think so. I think he gave a very unfair review to San Giuseppe. I was
you
very
go.
disappointed in it.
There you
And that
go.
guy, Mo. Keep walking, Mo.
Yeah, keep walking, Mo. Oh yeah, the guy who told him to go up to like Western
Yeah,
York or something
yeah.
like that,
I
right?
don't know who that was.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I know. It's random people following him around. It's kind of like me when I'm outside. You know? I'm getting there. So, Bobby, you know, I have to ask you this now. I want to go back to your beautiful oven that you've had in your backyard. What is your signature? Because I'm sure the folks at home remember Bobby's line was the signature fold.
The signature fold. Yep.
What has been your signature pie that you've made in your brand new oven?
Oh, I'm actually be messing around with a couple of fall pies.
Oof.
So I got one where my wife made a butternut squash sauce with her signature recipe. I don't know it. It was hers. But throwing that on a pizza, a little bit of sausage, a little bit of pecorino romano, perfect.
That's it. So you would do the butternut squash instead of the marinara, right?
Correct.
No
correct.
cheese.
No, pecorino romano
Oh, I'm sorry,
right on top.
you said
Yep,
pecorino,
yep,
I'm sorry.
yep.
Yeah,
Crumbled
yeah.
sausage.
Look at that. A fall favorite.
Yep, yep. Now I kind of extended myself. I told my family I'm going to bring a pizza to Thanksgiving that's going to be fall style. So now I have to live up to the hype. So I'm going to see what I'm bringing. I'm going to create something new.
Yeah.
So-
well, I'm sure you've seen, again, I'm going to bring him up because he's a great guy. Dave Carney
Yep.
at Madison Pizza Lab created his Thanksgiving pie, right? I
I saw that.
believe it comes with what? Turkey, cranberry
Yep.
sauce.
It's called the gobbler, right?
The gobbler, yes.
Oh, God. I saw it. I was
Leave it to
drooling
Bobby
over
to
it.
know the name of it, by the way.
Of course, of course.
yeah. But turkey, cranberry sauce, I don't know. what-
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
And it had gravy.
And it had gravy.
Yep.
Yeah. Look, you know, I mean, I'm a traditionalist. Well, my parents are traditionalists when it comes to pizza. But however, you know, if you could be unique, why not?
Of course. Of course. It's
Right?
fun to try different things.
Absolutely. All right, Bobby, we have a few seconds left. If I had to, and now I'm going to put your back against the brick. Well, we have the ocean behind us here. We have the Hudson River behind us. If you had to tell me which has the better pizza, Hoboken or Middletown?
Hoboken.
Oh,
Sorry, Middletown.
all right. Well, that was really easy. I mean,
Of course.
All right, Bobby. Well, it's great to see you. By the way,
great to
you
be
could
back.
still go on his Instagram, and he's still doing reviews
Absolutely.
for places that we're going to be talking about on next week's show. So you're going to want to tune in for that. So
Check it out.
we hope to see you next week.
Hope to be back.
Exactly. All right, Bobby Frazz at Bobby Frazz. I'm finally getting your name right, by the way. It's only like
Nailed it.
6 times that
Nailed it this
I've
time.
done this. Exactly. All right, we'll see you soon. In a week.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks again. All right, folks, we will be right back. Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Peter Biancamano, back in the host chair and back at the beautiful Pilsner House and Beer Garden, located at 1422 Grand Street, with our favorite hard seltzer, which is neatly with our favorite hard-hitting commentator and insider, and that is our pro wrestling insider, Mr. Rob Tonnesen. You know who's not hard-hitting? Josh Sotomayor Einstein.
Well, that's because Josh looks like a 1970s 70s mailman. He's about to drop off his packages to lower to downtown Boston and then slide on down to Cheers because everyone knows his name there.
What analogy on that one. Josh, I guess Rob still loves you.
I love you, Josh.
Exactly.
In a platonic way.
Exactly. All right, Rob. So, as the year winds down, 2022, there's been good, bad, and ugly in All Elite Wrestling, in the AEW, as I like to say.
Boy, has there been.
So this is going to be a little bit of a year in review.
Yes.
Of All Elite Wrestling, which, by the way, and I know that we have friends of ours that work for the company, it is still the second promotion, of course, behind the WWE. Look for a future episode where we go over the good, the bad, and the ugly for the WWE. But let's talk about the good first of AEW of 2022. What can you say was the good portions of the year?
Right off the bat, I'll say the fact that they got to work with New Japan Pro Wrestling with Forbidden Door in June. Working with New Japan was a goal of Tony Khan's, especially because of how AEW started with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks being really the stalwarts of New Japan in the United States. So being able to see guys like Kazuchika Okada, Jay White, Tomohiro Ishii, all those guys come over and work for AEW was awesome to see.
Wow.
Awesome to see.
Phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Absolutely phenomenal. And how could I, start the segment without saying, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving was wonderful.
Oh,
Thanksgiving was absolutely wonderful.
Absolutely.
How was yours?
I'm very, very thankful that you're on our program.
Well, I'm thankful you have a program for me to stand up here and spew this nonsense.
Exactly. And Rob might add that he still has the highest viewed reel on the Pulse social media.
Number one.
Exactly. When he was talking about Vince McMahon. But again, that's going to be for a future episode. All right. You spoke about the good of AEW. Let's talk about the bad. And there's plenty of bad, in my opinion. And Rob, we see these promotions coming up more and more. And we feel that will the WWE ever get overtaken, as I like to say. However, there's a lot of bad in these secondary organizations that causes them to kind of take a step back. Do you think AEW took a step back this year?
Ooh, taking a step back is, I would say no, in taking a step back, because they are Warner Brothers Television loves them. Warner Brothers wants to work with them on a non-scripted AEW show.
Gotcha.
There is avenues for Warner Brothers and AEW to have a streaming deal on HBO Max.
Gotcha.
So there's absolutely those positives. The negatives, as far as you were talking, were things like the CM Punk media scrum after All Out, which it's late in the year. That happened early September, and we're still talking about it now. There was the Eddie Kingston Sammy Guevara fight. There was the Andrade El Idolo fight and with Sammy Guevara. There's just so much backstage turmoil that AEW was kind of the dumpster fire that you wanted to avoid. Speaking of someone that said, "Oh, is somebody going to overtake WWE?" That was something that was really heartbreaking to see, especially because you want to see someone or a promotion like AEW succeed, because I've been on this program several times. The more places there are to work, the more opportunities there are going to be for wrestlers.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just going back to CM Punk now. Rob, I know your favorite wrestler, one of your favorite wrestlers of all time.
Yes.
But it's starting to get embarrassing.
Yes.
It really is.
Yes.
Do you think that there's some sort of mental health issues going on with him that he's just completely overreacting to any of this?
That he should contact Dr.
Pam,
Yeah,
absolutely,
Dr. Pam.
From Hudson Regional Care and Counseling.
Yes. As far as Punk goes, I think he got to a point where you want to come in hungry, you want to come in and work with everyone, and you're the same way. You know, if you don't want, if you like things a certain way and it gets messed up, you get a little bit angry and agitated and stuff like that. But
he's taking it to another level. Yeah.
Honestly, this was something that should have been squashed in May.
Right.
And it kept building and building and building and building and building. And finally in September, it culminated in that brawl, that media scrum, that whatever you want to call it, that ultimately cost CM Punk his
job.
Not just his job, his career.
Yeah, unbelievable. So, apparently that's only the bad. I'm interested to know what the ugly is for AEW in 2022.
Sammy Guevara.
Really?
Sammy Guevara.
Wait, he's got this obsession about hating him.
It's not just hating Sammy Guevara. It's late last year, he proposed on an episode of Dynamite to I don't want to say a random female, but apparently not a wrestler female. So it was this person proposed to her on television.
Gotcha.
And then all of a sudden 2 months later, Sammy Guevara posts a picture of him and Ty Conti in Mexico, and then 3 months later they're married.
Unbelievable.
And then saying things specifically about Eddie Kingston that Eddie said do not talk about on television. Sammy talked about for saying things about Andrade El Idolo and his situation. And I mean, Sammy's even said disgusting things about Sasha Banks.
Jeez.
And he hasn't shown the contrition that I would fully say, okay, he's allowed to kind of be on television again.
Unbelievable. All right, Rob, we have about 2 minutes left here. What does the audience and the fans of All Elite Wrestling look forward to in 2023? Will they be able to get over these humps of these issues that they're having that you spoke about in the bad and the ugly portion of this segment to possibly give a good challenge to the WWE?
I say a lot of things you can look forward to is I think AEW is going to start going over to Japan more often. So January 4th, 2023, you have Wrestle Kingdom, which is going to take place at the Tokyo Dome. I could see guys from AEW going over there. I could also see a Forbidden Door 2. And probably AEW finally going over to England.
Okay. Very, very interesting. All right, so now, you folks are just going to have to stay tuned at home because Mr. Rob Tonnesen will be back for the good, the bad, and the ugly of the WWE, the premier pro wrestling brand.
Wow.
You want to give us a little preview? Will Vince McMahon be part of this conversation?
I mean, he has to.
Exactly.
He has to.
Absolutely love it.
Since in a couple minutes left, I did not get a chance to give you kind of like my top 3 matches of the year.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Please.
So unfortunately, best CM Punk MJF dog collar match from Revolution.
Gotcha.
As a Ring of Honor fan, that was such a callback to Ring of Honor. Plus, having AFI as CM Punk's theme song really hit home for me. That would be number 1. Number 2, Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay from Forbidden Door for the IWGP United States Championship. Orange Cassidy being Pockets Man is just... if you've never seen him, YouTube him. He's great. He was on an episode of Floor is Lava. And finally, for the third one, I would go Anarchy in the Arena from Double or Nothing because that's just a fun little time.
All right. Well, Rob Tonnesen, our Pro Wrestling Insider, always a pleasure to have you on.
Oh, my pleasure. I love coming here. You know, it's a great place for the World Cup.
He's talking about it. And folks at home, I hope you're enjoying the World Cup, as you can see from his hats. Rob, thank you. We'll see you at a future episode discussing, like I said, the good, the bad, the ugly of the WWE.
My pleasure.
Thanks again. All right, folks. Join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.